Very good. Hey, mister.
So if you're intentionally sinning, where is the sin offering? It doesn't. All of these sins offerings are for unintentional sins. So if you deliberately sin, there's no sacrifice. So do you agree that it says that? Yeah, he agrees that it says that. So you've answered his point.
All right. No, thank you. Awesome, thank you. So, Nehemiah, the people of Israel have been punished. Nehemiah chapter 1.
Chapter 1, verse 1. Verse 1.
Verse 4.
Verse 4.
So the people of Israel have been punished for sin because they were worshipping idols and they were sacrificing their children. So God destroyed their city, destroyed their temple and took them into captivity into Babylon. While they're in Babylon, one of the prophets there was praying. Actually, he wasn't a prophet Nehemiah, was he? He was just a man of God, was praying and seeking God's face. Also others were prophets like Daniel. And he realised that sin needed to be forgiven. It wasn't unintentional, it was quite deliberate.
Where does it say that? You made all these claims, where does it say that?
I'm now going to back up my claims with scripture. If you will let me, Paul, please. Thank you. Right, thank you. Not yet. And I, Nehemiah, said, Nay, I pray thee, O Lord God of heaven, the mighty, the great and terrible, he's praying, that keeps covenant and mercy to them that love him, and those that keep his commandments. Let now thine ear be attentive, and let thine eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant. So he's going a long way around saying it. Which I pray before thee at this time, this day, both day and night, for the children of Israel, thy servants, and make confession for the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against thee. Both I and the house of my father have sinned. We have altogether broken covenant with thee. We have not kept the commandments, the ordinances and the judgments, which thou didst command thy servant Moses. Remember, I pray thee, the word wherein thou didst charge thy servant Moses, saying, if you break covenant with me, I will disperse you among the nations. Right? But if you turn again to me and keep my commandments, including the sacrifices.
What does it say including sacrifices? Have you just added that word in? Have you just faked this passage?
No. They
have you
were
just,
doing everything.
And it's a Christian trick. Where does it say including the sacrifices?
They were doing everything.
Well, have you just lied to this man? Do you know what he did? He said including the sacrifices. It's not in that passage. He is lying to you. I am shocked. It is on camera. It is on camera. This man has just lied to this Muslim.
You were lying.
When he read it out, he says including the sacrifices. It doesn't say sacrifices.
Paul, you are the liar.
Who commanded the sacrifice? Where does it say?
Bani Israel, they were doing all this. They were doing all the sacrifices.
Where does it say including the sacrifices? Admit you just made that up.
I didn't make it, I added it.
You added it. Well, that's making it up then. You added a passage.
Well, no, I didn't make it. I didn't make it.
You're trying to deceive
the
him.
sacrifice.
You're trying to lie to him.
Right?
Wow.
And keep my commandments and do them. If you should be scattered under the utmost ground of heaven, thence will I gather them. I will bring them into the place which I've chosen to cause my name to dwell there. What was the place where he caused his name to dwell? Was the temple.
It does not mention sacrifice.
Now they are thy servants, thy people, whom thou hast redeemed with thy great power. How did God redeem them? Through a blood sacrifice.
No, I've already shown you from Leviticus.
When they were in Egypt, they had to put blood on the doorpost. They had to sacrifice the lamb.
You have been exposed as a liar and a deceiver.
I admitted I added a parenthesis.
You in amateur dramatics, Paul.
Paul, you do amateur dramatics.
Paul,
I see what he did. He added the phrase by sacrifices. It's not in the text.
Do you think I deceived you?
I don't think I was insincere, but I think that was insincere. That was a bit insincere.
It was insincere. He thinks you're insincere.
I apologise for being insincere.
I don't think you're an insincere person.
But can you see the point that I'm making? That I just chose this passage because he was saying it was. The point that Paul was making was it was unwilling, undeliberate sins.
Yeah.
The point I was making was Nehemiah was confessing for deliberate sins.
But notice there's no sacrifice.
But okay, I'm saying the sacrifice is implied.
He had to make up the passage. He had to change the words of the passage.
All right, okay, you made your point. So the implication is, All right. What did King Josiah do?
Oh, here we go, another passage.
When King Josiah.
Read it to us. Read it to us.
All right, King Josiah.
Now, let's watch him
You know
very
there were
carefully
sin
because he's got a
offerings
track
and
record
trespass offerings.
of
There were two different
deceiving people.
classifications.
There, it
And he
says he's
admits it, by
confessing
the
for
way.
his
I'm
sins,
not the lie. He
asking for
admits
forgiveness,
it.
but there's no sacrifice.
They were following a command.
I think he's saying.
Yeah, I think doing this still after they
adding words
confess
to the
their
text
sin
to
would
deceive
take
a
a
Muslim
sacrifice
that he's
to the
lying
temple
against
to
his own
to
Bible,
there,
and he admitted it.
In that passage that was just written next to it, you've got to be careful with him.
Okay, I think what he was saying was the commandments was God commanded the sacrifice. So the heart of God's commandment.
There he was asking for forgiveness, right?
And he's trying to
Nehemiah, is that right?
Yeah.
So he's asking for forgiveness for him and his very people. There was no sacrifice.
I think we've exposed this enough now.
No, you've made your
run
point,
up now,
Paul.
you've done
All I've done
Yeah.
is read Leviticus.
You obviously don't
Only
want
for
me to read the next
unintentional.
bit.
What's the passage?
All right, it's Second Kings.
Let me find it because
And
you know what
it's-
you like. What King? What
It doesn't
chapter?
matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's okay. So chapter 22. Second. It's either Chronicles or Second Kings.
Well, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
They're
Yeah.
copies. Do you know the Bible copies?
So Second Kings, all right? Second Kings.
What chapter?
It's chapter 22, right?
Yeah, which verse?
So I'm just getting to that. I don't know the verse. Yeah. So, well, this is what. By the way, the point I'm making is that when he says commandments and he talks about the place where God puts his name to dwell, the commandments were to make sacrifices. Yeah, that was the prime commandment that Moses left for the people of Israel was to carry
But only on that
out
one
regular
day.
sacrifices
Not
for their
sin.
sins.
The vast majority of
He
sacrifices
says
are
not
peace
for
offerings, wave offerings, the offerings that have nothing to do with sin. And he's
The majority, but not all.
the vast majority of sacrifice has nothing to do with sin offerings.
But there
if
were-
you look at the
there were
book of the law,
sacrifices
the
for
book of the
sin.
law is Leviticus, and I'll show you through. The burnt offering has nothing to do with sin. No sin is mentioned. The grain offering, nothing to do with sin. Offerings of well-being, nothing to do. Huh? What, they are Thanksgiving offerings, the offerings. Well, you should go. Thanks for the harvest. If you look through here, there's nothing to do with sin in the burnt offerings. Nothing to do with sin in the grain offering. Nothing to do with sin
on the day
in the
of
offerings
atonement, which was the holiest
yeah,
of
we're
the
not
feast
talking
days.
about that
No,
day.
I'm talking
We're
about
talking about the
that day.
364
That was a sin
days
offering
when
for
it's
the
not
corporate
been
people of Israel who were under judgment of God.
So chapter 23, where is your,
Chapter 23. yeah.
what is your proof?
Say again, sorry.
Every other day.
Yeah, there were
Every
personal
other day.
sins. Yeah, trespass offerings,
Not just
etc. But on the Day of Atonement,
okay.
it was a sin
Not just
offering.
personal.
What if you die before the
Well, I
day?
think on the Day of Judgment, God will judge you and your ability to understand.
So that day is the rest of the time.
Well,
You tend to make
God
things
has a rule and he has as many exceptions as he wants. We go guided by the rule. You're a Muslim, obviously.
You're one line.
One line again.
He's come to a good place because he's a genuine.
Right. So what's your name again?
Jalal.
Jalal. Okay. So what before the people of Israel sinned against God by worshipping, they worshipped Moloch and all these gods, and God punished them and he sent them into captivity. But before that happened, there was one king who realized what was going on and made confession for the sins, and that confession for sins was connected with the sacrifice. Okay? So when he became king, King Josiah, he found the book of the law, he read the book of the law, he commanded the priests to rebuild the temple because it had been fallen into disrepair, and then he burned all the idols in and around Jerusalem, and then he commanded the people to carry out a sacrifice for their sins. And I'm going to read this, and I'm going to carry on talking, and I'm not going to let Paul stop me. It's 2 Kings chapter 23, verse 19.
19. It's a bit different from the one you mentioned before.
Yeah, because I had to find it, because there's a whole passage here where he's getting rid of the sodomites and things like that. Moreover, Josiah removed all the houses of the high places that were in the cities of Samaria, which the kings of Israel made to provoke the Lord, and did to them all that he did in Bethel. And he sacrificed all the priests of the high places that were there on the altars. And the king commanded all the people, saying, keep the Passover to the Lord your God, as it is written in the book of this covenant. For a Passover such as this had not been kept from the days of the judges who judged Israel, even all the days of the kings of Israel and of the kings of Judah. Okay, so the Passover was when they took a lamb, they sacrificed it, and they put the blood on the doorpost.
The thank offering.
Whatever. Well, you may be right. It's not a sin offering.
No, this was a sin offering.
This is what
it's
happened in the temple. Using the Passover is a sin offering. It's not.
The blood of the
Nothing to
bull
do with
would be carried in to the Holy of Holies, and the high priest would sprinkle the blood to atone for the sins of the nation of
We
Israel.
come here every week.
Yeah, but this is good
You have
stuff.
a basic grasp.
But do you know your Quran?
This is Torah 101.
That's a sin offering.
That's what I was listening to. I didn't hear what you said there.
My advice to you is go and read the book carefully from beginning to end.
We have
then come back and start preaching it.
We have read it. We have read it. And we know it.
And preferably do a course, an academic course.
Where do you suggest I do an academic course?
Well, I recommend where I went at the London University or Oxford or Cambridge. My favourites.
Oh, right. Thanks. That's where you study.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Seriously. Yes.
Right. And where do you propose I get the money to do that?
Well, to actually read the Bible, you have it in your hands. It
Yeah.
Anyone
Now
can
the
read
course
the
at
Bible.
Cambridge or Oxford. Where do I get the money to pay for that?
Well, that's a different matter. I'm not going to discuss. I don't know. No idea
Okay.
about your finances.
All right.
But you can simply read the book and get an awareness of its content. You're not showing any awareness of the basic teaching of the Torah today, which is about because at every point it's easy. It's like taking candy off a child. You're not getting it right.
Okay.
Really. And you've admitted it. And you've had to fabricate scripture to make your point.
But the thing is, Paul, I've come here not to see Paul.
doesn't
You've
understand
talked
what's
about
going on here,
yourself
even though he had
and
all
about
these
how you have this
wonderful
knowledge of
I'll show you the
scripture,
temple.
which you learned at Oxford and Cambridge. I come here to talk about God and Jesus. You come here to boost yourself up. You can put me down, and I accept that. I've accepted your reproof.
this is
I
not
don't come
the
to boost
one
myself
for that.
up. I come to lift the Lord Jesus up.
Amen.
That's why I come here.
Amen.
And it's Jesus who tells me to come here. So you can say what you like. I'm not going to obey you because I should obey God and not man. This is what the apostles said. You decide for yourself whether I should obey God or obey men. You decide. Should I obey God or obey men?
This is where the sacrifices used to
Think
take
about
place.
it. Because I think I should obey God. And when God tells me to come here and to share my faith, I obey God. I take your point. I take your points on board.
You shouldn't be talking about
Then
Jesus.
I need to read the Bible. I take
We have a look at it.
Okay, I'll stop shouting. Okay, you got me angry. No, you got angry. You made me angry. I'm sorry for getting angry. I'm not shouting now.
And I agree. And I agree with
You
you.
made me angry.
I think the problem here is,
Because that's what you do to people. That's what you do to Christians all the time. You put them down. And that's how you work.
No, I think what Paul is saying is you need the blood sacrifice